The next topic that we are going to study about is capacitor and capacitance. Capacitor is a system of two conductors separated by an insulator. The conductors carry equal and opposite charge. For example, it is shown here two conducting plates 1 and 2. They are separated by a distance d with an insulator. The region in between the two conducting plates is an insulator. So such a system forms a parallel plate capacitor. Now, the two conductors have equal and opposite charge. One has positive charge density, other has equal negative charge surface charge density. Now the potential difference between the conductors is directly proportional to the amount of charge Q. That is, V is proportional to Q. It means Q is proportional to V the other way. And when we remove the proportionality sign, we put a constant of proportionality capital C, where C can be written as Q by V and it is known as capacitance of the. Now the value of capacitance C, capital C, depends only upon the geometry of conductors and their separation. Geometry of conductors means the area of plates and separation means the distance between them. So it depends only on geometry of conductors and their separation. And its SI unit is farad. Farad represented by capital F and is obviously coulomb upon volt, coulomb per volt, because coulomb is the SI unit of charge, volt is the SI unit of potential difference. So SI unit of capacitance is farad, which is coulomb per volt. There is another term, dielectric strength. Dielectric strength is the maximum electric field that a dielectric medium can withstand or can bear without breakdown. So breakdown means when the dielectric will lose its dielectric property. Dielectric medium is an insulating medium. So the value of dielectric strength for air is very large, 3 into 10 raised to power 6 volt per meter. Okay. Now there are other units of capacitance also. Other than SI unit, there are smaller units like microfarad, which is 10 raised to minus 6 farad, nanofarad, which is 10 raised to minus 9 farad, and picofarad, which is 10 raised to minus 12 farad. Now, as I explained to you, a parallel plate capacitor, it is shown. Plates 1 and 2 are there. Plate 1 has positive charge density plus sigma and 2 has minus sigma. There are positive and negative charges on 1 and 2 respectively. Equal and opposite charges are there. Now for a parallel plate capacitor, suppose we are having a parallel plate capacitor with the conducting plates 1 and 2 having surface charge density plus and minus sigma. Now obviously there is a region of positive, a layer of positive charge and a layer of negative charge. So there will be an electric field. The direction of electric field will be from positive towards the negative plate, and the separation between the plates is D, and both the plates have plate area A, suppose. Now surface charge density is given by charge per unit area, Q by A, we have already discussed about it. Now we divide the whole system into different regions. In region first, you see region first is the region above plate 1. In region first, the total electric field, it will be due to positively charged plate, it will be plus sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. This expression you must be familiar with because we have determined the expression for electric field due to a plane sheet or charged plate in earlier portions. So this is the same expression that we are using. Now the electric field due to negatively charged plate in region first, it will be minus sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. So the 2 will get cancelled because the direction of electric field due to positive plate will be away from the plate, while the direction of electric field due to negative plate will be towards the plate. So hence the negative sign in the second term. And also you can also write the negative sign because the surface charge density is negative. So anyway, the total electric field in region first, which is above plate A, is 0. Similarly, region second, which is below plate 2. Here also, the electric field due to positive plate will be downward, while electric field due to negative plate will be in the opposite direction. So the two electric fields will get cancelled and net electric field is 0. So we see that in a parallel plate capacitor, the region above or below the plate or outside the system, the electric fields are 0. Now the region between plates 1 and 2. Here you see that the electric field due to positively charged plate is away from positive charge. Electric field due to negatively charged plate will be towards the negatively charged plate. So we see that the two electric fields are along the same direction, and that's why they add up, and the total electric field is we sum up and we get sigma upon epsilon naught, and sigma can be written as q upon a. So q upon epsilon naught a. This is the expression for electric field between the plates of a parallel plate capacitor. Now the field is uniform and its direction is from positive to negative plate as it is shown in the diagram. Now the potential difference V is given by E into D. You are familiar with this relation between V and E. So when I substitute the value of E here, I have this expression for potential difference. And we define the term capacitance. We have already defined it in the earlier portion. It is Q by V. So Q by, you substitute the value of V. So when you solve, Q upon V is Q D by epsilon naught A. So overall result that you get is capacitance is epsilon naught A by D. This is the expression for capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with plate area A and separation D.